Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Nemekonya Kodri. I don't know how to explain this. There's no way you can sit down and think about Nigeria and the kind of policies and programs that those that purport to rule us churn out. I begin to wonder and ask that question. What do these people in Abuja and the 36 states plus FCT, what do they actually want from Nigerians? What do they actually want from the average Nigerian? And for those of you who do not know, you are listening to me, you are listening to this podcast, you are listening to me, and check yourself, check around you. If you are earning anything less than 100,000 naira net income every month, you are actually classified by the World Bank standard as poor, who deserve social welfare interventions in his or her life. It's on record that practically over 197 million Nigerians spend 60 to 70% of their income on food. We've not talked about shelter, we've not talked about Medicare, we've not talked about school fees, we've not talked about clothing, we've not talked about transportation, we've not talked about utilities, we've not talked about anything. 197 million Nigerians live under poverty by the World Bank poverty threshold of $64.50 income and below. And I read the other day customs trying to increase tariff on imported cars and other things. See, all over the world, tariffs are actually used to protect local industry. By countries, you've always heard Donald Trump tell Apple and other American countries to bring back their manufacturing businesses back to the US. Of course, America has technology. Most of the technologies that you see in China and everything were stolen from the US. So America can produce whatever they consume in terms of machineries, in terms of equipment. But look at Nigeria. Why will custom even contemplate putting more tariff on imported vehicles? The other day we signed Nigerian Benin framework for enhanced economic cooperation. Benin Republic and Togo ports are more efficient than Nigerian ports. Even Lome Airport now has actually become a regional hub compared to Murtala Mohammed Airport, Lagos, because of the efficiency in those systems. Why will Nigeria see, on an annual basis, we have over 220 million people in Nigeria. We have over 130 million adults of working population. All the car assembly plants, vehicle assembly plants in Nigeria, from nothing to north, if you add up everything they produce or assemble annually, it's now up to 14,000, 15,000 cars. In Nigeria today, we need at least 500 to 700 automobiles and vehicles annually to even scratch the logistics, threshold. We need at least up to 5 million to 10 million tractors in Nigeria. What we have is about 24,000. Most of them are very getting. We need at least 1 million to 2 million bulldozers to be able to cultivate and activate productively the over 64 million hectares of arable landmass that God provided for us. Africa imports over $52 billion worth of food. And Africa has 60% of the arable landmass in the whole world. By 2032, Africa will be importing over $140 billion worth of food. Africa has no business. And Nigeria is actually at the best position to help feed the whole of Africa. But we don't have the tractors, we don't have the bulldozers, we don't even have the vehicles or even the rail network to spearhead logistics movement across West Africa or Africa on that actual framework. Tell me how a nation that produces nothing in terms of tangible, technological, mechanized hardware will be placing high tariff on what they cannot produce. The whole assembly plants in Nigeria, check me, do not produce up to 15,000 vehicles. We need at least 700,000 every year. How many Nigerians can actually afford to buy a vehicle? Over 197 million Nigerians legitimately cannot even buy a 20-year-old vehicle. Vehicle is not a luxury. There are luxury vehicles. If we're talking about Lamborghini, we're talking about Maybach, we're talking about Ferrari, we're talking about very high-end cars. In areas like Malaysia, in areas like Indonesia, if you're bringing in those luxury vehicles, they will charge you 300% tariff because they do it to discourage you from bringing in, since they also produce cars massively in those areas. We're not even talking about those luxury cars. We're talking about basic cars like Korope, like buses, like trucks, like cars that will enable people move about their duties, go to work, commute day and night. You see, do these guys not think in saner climes, those kind of things that we don't produce here, that we don't even have capacity to produce, that we really need to activate productivity in this land, they don't even put tariff on them. They don't put tariff on them. And even at that, they will try as much as possible to encourage those who have the ability in other countries to come and establish assembly plants here in Nigeria, woo them, give them incentives, let them know that the demand is here. For example, now we need about 5 million to 10 million tractors in Nigeria. All we just need to do is to go to China, look for those who can manufacture these things from Guangzhou to Shandong, and tell them, okay, see, these are the kind of numbers we can get from you. Come and set up assembly plants, either in Onitsha or in One or in Aba. And they will be here. And from here, we'll be supplying the rest of West Africa, the rest of Sub-Saharan Africa. We have over 800 million kilometer coastal waters. We don't even utilize them. We are stuck with Lagos. We have 800 kilometer coastal waters. We can have up to 20-30 ports in Nigeria. The deep sea port Lekki, the deep sea port Ibom, even the one that are doing in Cross River, can actually become transshipment hub. We will take over the whole market in West Africa, the whole market in Africa. We just need to become more efficient. Remove some of the criminal tariffs and taxes that we put in place, which we will gather and give to governors and local government errand boys to share and loot. Can't we think? Oh, the customs is getting 14 trillion. Where is the 14 trillion? What are we doing with the 14 trillion? Over 80% of what we consume here are imported. Does it make sense that we can actually catalyze productivity by removing some of the stupid and criminal tariffs we put in place on some of these things? There's no reason why we even collect tariff of anything more than 5% on imported automobiles, trucks, buses that we will need to move logistics. Annually, we will lose over 3.5 trillion naira worth of agro commodities to post-harvest losses. Things like storage equipment, processing plants, trucks, college buses should even attract zero tariff. If we're a thinking people and we have a thinking government, what kind of rubbish is this now? Can't we think? I don't blame these guys. I blame us. I blame the average Nigerian. Go to Twitter, go to Facebook. The same people with worn out clothes, the same people with worn out belts, the same people have not eaten twice in a day will be the ones clapping for them and protecting them and supporting them because they share the same religion and ethnicity with them. Jesus Christ told his disciples when they came to him and they were telling him, oh, your father and your mother, your brothers, they are looking for you. He told them, those who are my father, those who are my brothers, those who are my sisters and mother, are those who do the will of my father. We know what is right, for crying out loud. We know what is decent. We know what is good. It does not make sense. If our ports are efficient, if our blue economy is very efficient, we can generate nothing less than $25-27 billion from our blue economy. Look at Singapore, as small as Alimosho, 721 square miles. Singapore generates $27 billion annually. Singapore does not have any natural resources. 5 million people, their GDP is bigger than Nigeria, times 2. Singapore is only a service transshipment hub. Can't we think? Can't we just think in this country? Can't we just sit down and ask ourselves, why are we where we are? Why are we like this? Why are we destroying ourselves? Why do we have leaders who derive so much joy in inflicting pains, in stealing, in extorting, in just collect and grab and grab and grab and grab? What do we think about the lives of the over 197 million Nigerians that are impoverished? Today we have 3.5 million Nigerians in internal displaced people's camp. IDP, 3.5 million Nigerians. We have over 310,000 Nigerians in refugee camps in Niger and Chad. Nigeria is not fighting a war with external aggressor. We are just fighting with urchins in Boko Haram, in ISWAP, the bandits in the south who call themselves unknown government, the criminals, the local terrorists that we know we can actually destroy and decimate in 6 months if we have a commander-in-chief and governors who are very sincere and have the political will. I cannot be a governor in a state and I will share an inch of my state with any terrorist, uniform or uniform. Of course, I won't even allow any of some of these criminal checkpoints in my state. It's either I'm the governor, I'm not the governor. I can't be a governor in 1 year, an inch of my land. Somebody will just do some stupid video and be claiming whatever and be enforcing nonsense. It can't happen now. It will never happen. It can never happen. It's not possible. There can't be two captains in one ship. We've told these people what to do. The governor of Zamfara State, Dauda, was honest enough to say that if Abuja and those in Abuja, our security agents and the commander-in-chief, they have the political will, they are very sincere. Even the bandits in Zamfara can be destroyed in 2 weeks. We know them. Nigerians know those people. They know them. They are not ghosts. The same games the Democrats were playing with ISIS. Donald Trump came in 6 months. He destroyed them. What kind of rubbish is this now? We know what to do. Why are we slowly destroying Nigeria, destroying Nigerians, and destroying everything here? This is a country God deliberately created to be a paradise. Why have we turned it into a shithole jungle and hell? And why can some of us reason beyond our ethno-religious idiocy and support those that can help us fix this land? I'm tired.